I took my girlfriend in when she didn't have anything, and she paid me back by cheating on the eve of our wedding. Now she is desperately asking for forgiveness. I met her at my coworker's birthday party when I was 24. I wasn't the guy girls usually noticed. 5'10", chubby since high school, worked as a software developer, drove a 2008 Honda Civic with a cracked windshield. But she actually sat next to me and we talked for 3 hours straight about everything from bad reality TV to her college experience. She just graduated with a communications degree, been on 47 job interviews in 2 months with no offers, and her living situation was a nightmare. Her roommate's boyfriend basically lived in their one-bedroom apartment rent-free, and she was sleeping on an air mattress in the living room paying $800 a month. When she mentioned looking for a new place, I offered her my spare bedroom. My apartment was 2 bedrooms, rent was $1,400 total, and I was making $78,000 a year at my tech job. I told her no rent, just help with groceries when she could. She moved in 3 weeks later with 2 suitcases and a box of books. The first month was great. She'd cook dinner, we'd watch movies, and I genuinely enjoyed having someone around. Month 2, she still hadn't found work, but started doing all the cleaning. Month 3, I noticed she'd stopped looking as hard. Month 6, we started dating. It felt natural. We were already living together, knew each other's habits, and I developed real feelings for her. My mom came over for dinner one night and pulled me aside in the kitchen afterward. "She's been here 8 months with no job," she whispered. "You sure she's not just using you?" I defended my girlfriend immediately. "She's trying, Mom. The job market is terrible right now." But I'd be lying if I said the thought never crossed my mind. Still, I made decent money. My bills were covered whether she contributed or not, and having her there made my apartment feel like a home instead of just a place I slept. By the time I was 26, we'd been together for a year and a half. She was working part-time at a coffee shop making $400 every 2 weeks, which she'd spend on her phone bill and clothes. I paid for everything else: rent, utilities, groceries, car insurance, dates, her student loan payments when she couldn't cover them. I didn't mind. I loved her. I'd saved up $4,000 and bought a white gold engagement ring with a small diamond. Not huge, but it was what I could afford. I proposed on a Saturday morning in our living room. Nothing fancy, just us. She cried and said yes. We set the wedding date for 6 months out. A small ceremony, 40 people, $8,000 budget. I handled most of the planning because she said wedding stress gave her anxiety. 2 weeks before the wedding, she mentioned she'd been networking with someone who might have a marketing position opening up. She'd leave for coffee meetings twice a week, always dressed nice, always gone for 3 hours. I was proud of her for finally taking her career seriously. The Tuesday before our Saturday wedding, I had to leave work early with a migraine. I texted her I was coming home but got no response. I walked into our apartment at 2:30 p.m. and heard laughing coming from our bedroom. Not TV laughing, real voices. I opened the door holding my work bag, and there was my girlfriend in our bed with some guy I'd never seen before. They both froze. I just stood there. She started crying immediately, scrambling for the sheets. "It's not what it looks like," she said. The guy grabbed his clothes and tried to leave. I stepped aside and let him pass without saying a word. When we were alone, she fell apart. She said they'd met at the coffee shop 4 months ago. And yes, the networking meetings were with him. She said she panicked about the wedding, about being tied down, about never experiencing anything else. She said she loved me but needed to know if there was something better out there. I walked to the kitchen, ordered Thai food on